आरुष के भी जो मोमेंट्स थे जहाँ पे मुझे हर्ट हुए, if you take that aggressively, then real change doesn't happen then.
You would have taken offense the way he started talking initially.
If this were outside the show, if some person were to come and talk to me like that, I would hammer him.
With the passage of time, have you realized that reality shows is difficult to do?
I wouldn't say it's difficult. The more difficult aspect for me was being in front of camera 24/7. And as a trans woman especially, like, it was a lot for me for that to handle.
Because you had Big Boss in talks at the same time. दोनों चीज़ें साथ चल रही थी, then why you chose Rise and Fall?
मेरी जो personality, I thought it was more of a fit for Rise and Fall क्योंकि Rise and Fall was a game-based show. Hi, I'm Anaya Banger and you're watching me on Filmibeat.
देखिए, हम अक्सर चाहते हैं कि कोई अच्छा कंटेस्टेंट शो में आए, रियलिटी शो की जो है आबादी बढ़ाए, उसे एक नया मुकाम दे. बिल्कुल, आई हैव गॉट सच पर्सनालिटी विद मी. अनाया, वेलकमिंग यू टू फिल्मीबीट. दिस इज मी आदि. फर्स्टली कांग्रेचुलेशंस द वे यू प्लेड द गेम. इट वाज अमेजिंग. चांद में भी दाग होते हैं, बट आई डिडंट सी एनी दाग इन योर पर्सनालिटी व्हाइल यू वर प्लेइंग इट, बिकॉज वी यूजुअली थिंक दैट थोड़ी तो लूज टॉक निकल ही जाएगी व्हाइल प्लेइंग द गेम इन रियलिटी शो. इट इज बेसिक, बट यू मेंटेन दैट. कहाँ से आए वो गट्स टू मेंटेन दैट?
आई डोंट थिंक मैं कुछ ट्राई करी थी मेंटेन करने का. आई वाज जस्ट बीइंग माई सेल्फ एंड जैसे ही शो में प्ले आउट हुआ मेरी होल पर्सनैलिटी इज जस्ट मी बीइंग मी.
With the passage of time, have you realized that reality shows is difficult to do rather making content?
I wouldn't say it's difficult. The more difficult aspect for me was being in front of camera 24/7. And as a trans woman especially, like, it was a lot for me for that to handle.
But then you got habitual of being on the camera 24/7.
Yes, after being comfortable on front of camera as well, like, उसके बाद जाके जो गेम प्ले रहती है, आई वॉज प्लेइंग माई गेम ऑनेस्टली ओनली जैसे मैं हूँ एज अ पर्सन, बट उधर अंदर जाके मुझे रियलाइज हो कि यहाँ पे आपको अग्रेसिव भी होना पड़ता है इन सिचुएशन. एंड वो मेरी पर्सनैलिटी है ही नहीं. लाइक, आई एम जनरली अ वेरी सॉफ्ट स्पोकन येट बोल्ड पर्सन एट द सेम टाइम. सो या.
But there have been days where you realized while playing the game that am I a misfit for the show, or is it not something which I belong to, or is it something that I might not be able to do well? Were there days?
Yeah, there were moments in the show where I was thinking कि यहाँ पे तो you need to like do झगड़ास and like fight and create drama, but again, like, if मुझे वैसा कुछ करना रहता then I wasn't being true to myself. So is that really worth it, or worth being more in the show or being seen more? So for me, मेरा वो decision खुद का ही था कि मैं as a person जैसे हूँ मैं वैसे ही रहूँगी. मैं कुछ चेंज करने का नहीं ट्राई करूँगी.
You're very strong with your sexuality, when you talk about it. It is difficult to come on camera and talk about it in detail, and then you chose to be in a reality show at the same time. That comes with more responsibility, because when people at home seeing you, get some kind of inspiration that okay, we have somebody to see and look after. So were you planning something like that I'll make sure that I establish something which is to talk about?
There wasn't any moment of establishment, but there was a sense of responsibility for me, because I'm aware that like there are a lot of people from the community itself who look up to me, and मुझे बस एक ऐसा एग्जाम्पल सेट करना था जहाँ पे आप रियल चेंज लाओ. नॉट जस्ट लाइक, अगर आरुष के भी जो मोमेंट्स थे जहाँ पे मुझे हर्ट हुए, इफ़ यू टेक दैट अग्रेसिवली देन रियल चेंज डजंट हैपन देयर. दैट विल जस्ट इंस्टिगेट इट इवन मोर. As long as you listen to it patiently and understand their point of view as well and make them understand, which he did, उसके बाद पे जाके जो हमारी friendship बनी and everything, it was really sweet, and we plan to meet after the show as well.
Is there something cooking up? No.
We have a cricket match cooking up between me and Aarush. So
very boring things you're talking to me about cricket.
Yeah.
क्योंकि show का format is different from the other shows that we have seen recently, and it was the first time coming to India. So very spectacle also, because you had Big Boss in talks at the same time. I know from the productions when I had a word. So दोनों चीज़ें साथ चल रही थी, then why you chose Rise and Fall?
Because again, मेरी जो personality, I thought it was more of a fit for Rise and Fall क्योंकि Rise and Fall was a game-based show. And जो भी ड्रामा रहता है, जो भी aggressive nature रहता है आपका, वो बहुत secondary रहता है. तो मेरे हाथ में जो भी था, जैसे टास्क रहे या तो अलायंसेस बनाने रहेंगे या तो लोगों को अप टू सम एक्सटेंट ट्रीट भी करना रहेगा, तो वो आई थिंक मैंने बहुत अच्छे से किया, अपना 100% ही दिया उसमें.
A lot of comments on your videos are majorly like that she's gone to the show Rise and Fall and just talking about sexual life. ये है वो है ऐसा है वैसा है, and you know people say that she's made a mudda that this is my sex life, this is it. I've seen a lot of comments like, yaar, it's so bad that you call it a selling point to somebody. So what's your reply to all the trollers?
I don't think I've spoken about my sex life at some point.
In general, like people say, you know, that like Aarush came in between and then he talked, and you would, of course, your point was to elaborate him that how it looks like, how things are actually.
So जो भी चीज़ें थी, आई डोंट थिंक आई हैव स्टार्टेड एनीथिंग. जो भी स्टार्ट हुआ था आरुष के साइड से हुआ था. मैं यहाँ पे खुद को ऐसे मुद्दा बनाने के लिए खड़ी नहीं हूँ. मैं तो बस वहाँ पे गेम ही खेले थे, वैसा मुद्दा निकल गया. तो जब मुद्दा दूसरी ओर से निकल रहा है तो मेरी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है कि मैं अच्छे से बात करूँ उसके बारे में, क्योंकि मैं कम्युनिटी को भी रिप्रेजेंट कर रही हूँ यहाँ पे.
You would have taken offense the way he started talking initially, but you were very you know, keen to listen it properly and then answer it in a way that it goes, the message goes clearly.
Definitely, because if this were outside the show, if some person were to come and talk to me like that, I would hammer him. I would definitely hammer him, but in a show, I also understand that he has a huge following. So along with that, me setting an example for his fan base as well makes a bigger point and a bigger change.
And then he became friends also.
Yeah.
That's how the life is about. Who is that one person you'll never be able to stand by from the show? You got somebody like that?
I think from what I know of Arpaz, but I don't know how he is in real life. But
he's a good guy.
He's a good guy. Then no one. I love everyone in the show. Everyone loved me as well. One fact. So.
सबसे close कौन है आपके दिल के?
I think Akriti, Aarush and Arjun.
All A.
All A's. यहाँ ये show में बहुत सारे A's थे were mad in fact. So yeah, like आकृति के साथ भी starting में मैंने उसे दोगला बुलाया उसकी गेम प्ले के लिए, but उसके बाद भी जाके जो हमारी बॉन्ड बनी as friends and just two girls hanging out together doing each other's makeup or hair. So that was a really sweet moment, and we plan to meet after the show as well.
Anyway, wonderful.
Yeah.
Before going to the show and after coming out of the show, who all did you call?
I've spoken to Noreen and
after you got out of the show.
Yeah, after I got out of the show. And Noreen के साथ भी अच्छे से catch up हुई, call पे बातें हुई. And we discussed how it was like, जो हमारी strategy थी show के अंदर, why she was chosen to get nominated. तो वो सब clear की बातें, and we plan to meet as well. So बहुत अच्छा wholesome moment.
And before the show, किसको call किया था? Did you call anybody like that?
No, but there were rumors of Naindeep calling everyone.
Oh, I didn't know it.
But
he didn't call you, but
no, not me. We didn't speak. I didn't speak to anyone. So मेरा जो news भी था about me being on the show, it came out once I went in the show. So there were no leaks from my end.
You're very private that way.
Yeah.
एक भी चीज we were expecting कि कब you know, and I remember speaking to you, you know, before you went into the show, and then we spoke on something, I guess, and then I had your manager's number and like, should I just call and confirm? Like, let it be, let's wait for a while, and then when she's in the show, of course, I'll get to know it. What is one learning that you're taking from the show? Because of course, you have seen the world in a different angle, you know, and then यहाँ पे तो बिल्कुल ही all cream people of Bharat मौजूद हैं, who represents different identities.
Yes.
They've got some is journalist, some is, you know, influencer, कोई कहाँ से है, कोई कहाँ से है. They've got their own specialized audience as well. So what is the learning that you've taken from the show?
Learning matter, in fact, was more of a personal thing for me. It's just about being confident in front of the camera and being comfortable with myself as well at the same time, because I'm being looked at and judged at by the whole country at this point. It's the #1 show as well, right? So it was more of that, and also handling how the community looks in terms of that responsibility as well. मैं और aware हो चुकी हूँ इस चीज़ को लेके. तो yeah, and गेम में कैसे रहना है, रियलिटी शोज में कैसे रहना है, किस तरीके से आपको बातें करनी रहती है, मैं वो सब सीख चुकी हूँ.
What was the brief given to you while you were having meetings for the show?
There was no brief. Everyone just told me to be myself, which I was. So I wasn't told कि यहाँ पे जाके आपको ऐसे हरकतें करनी है.
Of course, वो तो they never tell. In general, I'm asking. There was no brief.
There was no brief. We had a meeting, and meeting के time पे भी they were asking me कि like,
are you dating somebody right now?
Yeah, they were like, are you dating somebody?
Of course, I know the meetings.
And I was, matter of fact, open to date as well in the show. Yeah, but
चलो अभी बताओ, given a chance, किसको डेट करते
नो वरना हो ही जाता कुछ
नहीं, वो तो चलो अब नो वन हो गया, बट अगर गिवन द चांस ऐसे डिलुलु की दुनिया में कोई हो जाता तो कौन होता? आरुष?
नहीं आरुष के साथ एक लाइक ब्रदरहुड, लाइक ब्रदर सिस्टर मोर ऑफ अ बॉन्ड था, बट डेटिंग वाइज फ्रॉम आई मीन
Is Mr. Bijlani?
No.
Because he's a good guy. No, I'm not saying that you date him. Like the traits of Arjun Bijlani, I'm saying.
yeah, as a person definitely.
तो बोला नहीं आपने makers को? I didn't find anyone. What is this behavior?
Yeah, I told them. Yeah.
How excited are you for Manisha Rani? She's just got her entry in the show as wild card. She's been known for Big Boss already, of course. That the way she's played was commendable. Now she's in another reality show.
So again, her experience would speak for itself, and she's an entertainer at the end of the day. She's a comedian. Like she can be a huge TRP aspect and entertainment aspect in terms of her interactions with Aarush as well have been turned out really well. They're really funny as well. But वो game कैसे खेलेगी अंदर जाके only she knows, and I'm hoping to see something new happen, something different happens this time.
What is your plan after this show? What are you like? You've got something in bucket list that has to be checked?
Yes, I'm going to start playing cricket again.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, because I recently had a few surgeries and I'm still recovering from that, and it's still raining. So after the show, I'm going to work on myself. I'm going to act, do acting workshops, learn how to dance as well, and maybe get on a few more shows if there are any.
You know, you have a lot of resemblance to Mahira Sharma. You've got some.
Who's Mahira Sharma?
उनकी client है, वही बताएंगे तुम्हें तुम्हारी PR company की. My God.
Oh, Mahira Sharma. I think I met her.
Yeah, Mahira Sharma.
A few days
I'll cut
ago.
this when you said who's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know. She does give me a bit of Mahira vibes, no? I met her a couple of times. She's a good girl.
Yeah?
Haan.
So, yeah, I did meet Mahira a few days ago. She was very sweet as well. Yeah.
What is your message to people who are still struggling with their identities and yet to do a lot in the world? Because they know they can and we know they can.
Yeah.
But it's just so difficult to get out.
Definitely. And it's still difficult for me as well, no matter what stage I'm at. But I would say just focus on yourself and shut out all the exterior world, whatever they have to say about you. And as long as you focus on yourself, like don't chase, you'll start attracting.
Okay. What is the rise of your life and the fall of your life?
The rise of my life and the fall of my life. I think the fall in itself was my whole experience with gender dysphoria and body dysmorphia, but the rise is still happening and it's still in the first chapter, but I think the rise will actually happen when I lift the World Cup.
Anna?
Yeah.
And I'm sending a lot of love to you for that. A lot of people are waiting that you do it. Thank you so much. It was great talking to you. I'll connect to you for a big lamba choda conversation soon. Thank you.
For sure. Thank you so much.